All right, so since doing this channel and these videos, we've had quite a few interesting comments. And we are going to be myth busting today.
Yeah, there are 8 crazy myths that we came up with that we get asked on a consistent basis that we're gonna talk about right now.
What is going on, everybody? This is Jackson Ray Wilkey.
And Jesse Ray Dow.
And we are the Real Agent Now group right here in the Portland Metro. And we are doing so many videos about what it's like to live, play, eat, work in Portland Metro. If you have not yet, hit that subscribe button, tap that little bell so you're notified every single time we do a new video. We would really like you to subscribe. It helps our channel grow. We have so many people giving us a call who are relocating here. And we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about moving here to the Portland Metro, make sure you give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or even send the pigeon carrier. However you want to get a hold of us, we got your back with moving to Portland. This has actually been something we've been talking about doing for a while. It's kind of fun. We get so many random comments, brutal comments sometimes. About what's going on here in the Portland Metro, and we wanted to just kind of debunk some of those because we do have a lot of people calling us who are moving here, and they ask us about those things that, you know, maybe they saw on social media. So we have eight myths that we're going to be busting up today. So the very first one is Portlandia. Tell us a little bit about Portlandia.
Yeah, so a lot of people move here and they think they're gonna move into the show, Portlandia, which is a show that they started filming I think about 10 years ago or so.
How are you? Good, thanks. Oh, I forgot my bag for the groceries, so I'll take a paper bag.
You forgot your bag?
Yeah.
You don't have it?
No, I don't have my bag with
We
me.
don't have any bags.
You don't have any paper bags?
But it was basically gave this broad vision of what Portland was like to the extreme. So it talks about like Portland being like ultra liberal, hipster-ish. You know, everybody knows like the chickens they're gonna eat. They think the farm is literally located like 2 blocks down the street. All the vegetables and fruits they think are grown right next door. So it just really paints this very incorrect picture of what Portland is. So what they've done is they basically took like what Portland is, but multiplied it out by like 10x.
Yeah, and then they made it as a whole. So the Portland Metro itself, are you gonna find some of that? Hell yeah, you're gonna find that. There's areas where it's very Portlandia-ish, that's where they got it. But outside of it, it's not everywhere. I mean, especially on the west side over here where you see it, you're not gonna find it really at all. Mm-hmm. There's definitely pockets of it if you like that lifestyle, but it definitely isn't everywhere.
No, and then like it's also, you know, the people are super cool. Like when it is like areas that represent Portlandia,
yeah.
It definitely, the people are super cool, they're super chill, laid back, and they're just like enjoying life the way that they want to enjoy it. So kudos to them.
Yeah, so we're gonna get into number 7, and that is traffic. Now, traffic is something that we hear all the time. It's probably one of our top questions. How bad is the traffic there? First of all, we'll kind of talk about it, you know, with our daily life. And second of all, we've been touring so many people who are moving here from out of this state, and we'll tell you what they've said about it. So first of all, what's the traffic like to you?
What it's like to me is, it's not that bad to me. I live downtown Portland, so I really try to make my traveling times around rush hour.
Yep.
But even if it is rush hour, getting from like downtown Portland to Beaverton in the morning, it only takes me about 10-15 minutes.
Yep.
Just because I'm going away from traffic. If I was coming back in from Beaverton to Portland, it'd probably take like, you know, 20 minutes or so. But compared to where I've been around the United States, whether it's like Los Angeles, San Francisco, Seattle, like our traffic is nowhere compared to what it's like in those other cities. Like I think we have a pretty good grid system here. Our mass transit's really expanding.
Yep.
And we have tons of bus, bikes, and walking trails. And a lot of people do opt to ride their bikes to work here. And we actually have streets dedicated specifically to bikes. So it's very friendly for all types of commutes.
Yeah, the traffic can be brutal if, let's say, you live on the east side and you're trying to get all the way to the west side. It's gonna take you some time. Like you said, you know, with the traffic, if you're avoiding those long travels during the rush hour, it's not as bad, but the traffic is moving here. And so that's the one thing we wanted to talk about. We've had people from Georgia, California, Texas, even Toronto, and they've said that, you know, the traffic here compared to where they're from is nothing. It's a breeze. We don't wanna downplay it that much. I mean, there is some traffic at the rush hours, but it's moving all the time. And right after that rush hour traffic, it is full speed all the way. So
yeah, well, here's the deal too, is a lot of people will say like, hey, I want to live within an hour and a half of the city, and they think they're going to be 10 miles away. The thing is if you're 10 miles away, you're going to be able to make it anywhere in 30 minutes. So the maximum drive time for anywhere in the city, even if you went out to Happy Valley from downtown, is going to be like 45 minutes. So there's going to be no more of this 1 hour drive time plus if you're used to living in a city that's extremely congested. It just doesn't exist here.
and give us a call. We'll find the perfect spot close to your work. But number 6 on the list is the Mary Jane, baby. So tell us about this myth here. It's not really a myth, it's here, but
Yeah, they think everyone's stoned here. Because Portland's been a pretty big, pot place for a long time. You know, we were one of the first states to legalize medical marijuana. We were one of the first states to legalize marijuana recreationally. The thing is, there is tons of marijuana shops around town and edibles, but you can't legally smoke it outside. You have to do it in the privacy of your own home, so you really don't see it that often. I mean, yeah, I do smell it maybe like once a week outside, but people are very respectful of it, and it's really, since it's became legalized, it's actually really helped lower the amount of kids thinking it's cool to smoke weed, which is really cool. So I think it's been a great thing for our industry. The only problem is that since it's not regulated through the federal government, there's no taxation really on it, so it's not really helping in the most economical way it could possibly help you.
yeah, but everybody here isn't Cheech and Chong. So just to let you know that,
smoke,
don't be
Jackson
worried
smoke.
about it. So number 5 on the list is that everybody does yoga.
I haven't heard anybody do yoga in Portland.
What do you mean I'm in yoga, dude?
Oh,
You got that down dog going, that prone cobra.
talk about that. Like we actually heard that everybody here does yoga.
Yeah, we actually have a lot of great fitness facilities, and a lot of them do incorporate yoga, for mind, body, and soul. I think it's a yoga. I actually do yoga. I think it's amazing. It really helps me stretch out and relax a little bit, but it's not that every single person is doing yoga. I mean,
It gets back to the Portlandia thing. It's a giant stereotype, but yoga is super healthy. It's a great thing to do for stretching out the old back and the muscles, but not everybody's doing it. So number 4 is that every single restaurant here is organic.
I guess I do have a question about the chicken. If you could just tell us a little bit more about it.
The chicken is a heritage breed, woodland raised chicken that's been fed a diet of sheep's milk, soy, and hazelnuts.
yeah.
Is it?
No, it's definitely not. We have Taco Bell, McDonald's, KFC,
Yeah.
but we definitely have a very big share of places like Whole Foods, New Seasons, and a lot of great restaurants that do support organic foods. And personally, I love putting healthy things in my body. It's not everywhere, but it's definitely becoming more and more prevalent as we move on into this, cleaner living lifestyle.
Yeah, we get those negative comments of like, it's super yuppie and organic and all that, but I mean, is it really a bad thing? Some of the best restaurants, which this guy's an encyclopedia of, fancy themselves on local grown organic meats, vegetables, you name it, and it's some of the best food you'll find around. So, but it's not everywhere. It's not just organic everything. So number 3, and I think this is one of the big ones, is that every single person here is a lefty, and I don't mean pitching the baseball.
No, that is a very big misperception that, we're a very left state, which we are. If you look at the voting matrix, we are left. If you look outside of Portland, everything's red. But we have so much commerce here in industry that, it's a pretty fair share. I would say it's, in the middle to slightly left is what I would say it was. But, people are very open here, and nobody tries to push their political beliefs on you. Everybody plays fair for the most part.
Yeah, and I mean, living here, there's a lot of outdoor activity, like you said. So there's a lot of hunting, fishing, and you're not going to find that hardcore belief where people are pushing that on you. It's actually more diverse than really anywhere else I've lived. So it's believe what you want, but there are areas that are totally left. It's not as bad as everyone says. That goes into number 2. Antifa. We have had comments, people saying that like Antifa's burning this place to the ground. They're killing people. I mean, it's crazy to me. The dude's lived here 37 years. I mean, what's your interactions with him?
Yeah, so first of all, Antifa's extreme left-wingers.
Like way over there.
Yeah, like beyond the grid. And
They gone.
I have never seen Antifa here in my life. And I live downtown, like where the marches happen. I think we've seen reports that they've done like one march and one, like, you know, display of getting their word out. The thing is, I've never seen it. We have clients and friends that have moved here, and their family literally calls them every day thinking that like Portland's under attack from Antifa. I'm just gonna tell you right now, it doesn't exist. It may exist in a small micro scale, but not that we see.
Right, and any city's gonna have their hardcore activists of some sort of belief. So yes, freedom of speech, they can do their marches. We have heard of them blocking traffic and slowing it down, but it's just not an everyday occurrence. It was like one video that went viral, you know, a couple months or a year ago that really put that message out there, and we're getting a lot of people calling us relocating. They're asking about that because they saw that, but it's not like that. I take my family all over the Portland Metro, days, nights, walk those streets in the southeast, northeast, and we absolutely love it. I haven't seen them either, so I would not worry about the Antifa at all.
It's like going snipe hunting.
So, and number one is pretty obvious. It's the weather, that it rains every freaking day here, and that is definitely not true. It's been so hot the past few weeks. That's why we're filming indoors.
Yeah, absolutely. So like this year we had 1 day of snow.
Yep.
Sometimes it'll snow and stick, you know, between 1 to maybe like 4 days or so. But this year we only had 1 day, and it was just a trace. It didn't shut the city down. And the rain, I was just researching this, and it said that it does rain inconsistently for about 8 months a year, but it might be like 1 to 2 hours of like really, really light drizzle or sprinkles. But I would say like the climate here is easy to live in. I love it. I've been all around the country. I think Portland is like one of the greatest cities to live in America, as far as like climate goes, scenery, definitely just like the way of living, cost of living, you know, commerce and people I think are amazing.
And weather related, that's why this is one of the most green areas ever, because yes, you do get precipitation. A lot of that's in the morning. You'll get that drizzle and then it clears away. But it does rain, yeah, but there's a ton of sun. We have, you know, 2 straight months of just beautiful hot weather. And then you get that perfect crisp fall, and the leaves around here, because it's so green, they turn neon yellow, orange, and it's a spectacular sight. So if you want those 4 seasons, but you want a very minimal winter, this is definitely a great place for that.
And for you snowbirds, if you guys want more snow,
True.
We're 1 hour from the mountain with killer ski resorts, so you can make it happen pretty simply.
Those are 8 huge myths and questions that we get all the time that we punched in the face. But we really hope you enjoyed that video. You know, if you have more questions about some of the myths or things you've heard about Portland, reach out to us. You know, comment below with some of those. We'll answer them, but give us a call or shoot us a text. You know, we can answer those. But again, we really appreciate, you know, everybody who's subscribed. And if you haven't yet, make sure you tap that subscribe button and tap that little bell so you're notified every time we do a new video. It really helps our channel grow. And if you're thinking about buying, selling, investing right here in the Portland Metro or Southwest Washington, you gotta give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, even send the pigeon carrier. We got your back when moving to Portland, Oregon. So until the next video or myth, we'll catch you later.